make yourself look silly when I come out with a carousel post like this telling you you're overreacting and making yourself look silly.
But to push back,
I like it.
but to push back,
You're no longer a conservative Ariel.
no, and this is why I'm pushing back.
Please pick on me too.
Like to open the internet and be like, I'm angry.
Ruslan.
We got John Root in the house with us. I got many things I want to talk to him about. But for folks who don't know who you are, would you please briefly introduce yourself, sir?
And so I work for TPUSA Faith. So it's the faith arm of TPUSA. So Turning Point USA is a conservative nonprofit. We got activism hubs on high school now and college campuses across the country, just making sure that there's conservative representation.
Taking back the campus.
Yeah, and just
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
that.
like let's get a piece of the pie.
Yeah, because it's an indoctrination center, and there just isn't. It's supposed to be free thinking, free speech, have discussion, and actually being an institution where you learn. But if you're only hearing one narrative and one side of things, Charlie did a great job of making sure that no matter what you think about Charlie, I think this has led to a lot more discussion, and then the amount of power that student body presidents and anybody it's a part of student government on a college campus especially, bro, there's like millions of dollars that are used. Like Hillary Clinton used to be a student body president. Charlie knows it's the way the foundation of my life is. The only way a change is going to get made is through Jesus Christ. And obviously it's totally his will, but we are totally set on that. Like conservatism is great, sure, but you're not going to get up to heaven and be like, well done, good and faithful conservative.
So it sounds like TPT is a massive college activism organization, but instead of just having people land at like, yay, I'm a conservative, you guys are building out an arm where we're getting people to also hear about Jesus, leveraging Charlie Kirk's platform and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
is that a fair assessment?
We're partnering with churches and pastors, not so we can get behind the pulpit and tell you about how great conservatism is or something, but it's just like there are pastors that opened up their church and they need to get connected with other pastors that were really bold during the pandemic. And then you also need to know the truth of the founding of the country. We weren't building a church, but there was Judeo-Christian values and inalienable rights that are completely getting disregarded right now. So people just need to know the truth of the gospel, and that's the most important thing. But people go to these events, and I think there's a God-shaped hole in their heart. With the faith side of things, we're creating conversations just like you are. I think people aren't hearing anywhere else.
Yeah. And I just to be fair, I am not as immersed in that world as you are. I don't know how immersed you are. You listen to more conservative stuff.
I listen to Matt Walsh.
I listen to like
conservative talking head.
I listen to.
He's hilarious.
I listen to a little bit of Ben Shapiro, and I listen to a little bit of who's the gentleman on his show? Not Matt Walsh, the other gentleman that's on Daily Wire.
Michael Knowles.
Yes,
I love Michael Knowles.
He's dope. So that's as far as it goes for me, like in terms of that. And then who else do I listen to that's conservative?
You know what I do when I pull up to the voting booth?
Who?
I just go red.
Just go red. Just
give me the red pen too.
Yo, if I fill it out, I thought it was like school. I thought you had to have an answer. And so I just did everything in 2018 or 2016 because it was my first time voting at 18 years old.
Yeah.
So I was like, I
bro,
guess.
You're young, Zach. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'm young.
Yeah.
So
I'm 24 now.
I also listen to like Breaking Points. I also will check in on like the Young Turks. I'll also hear like, I try to get both sides of
You'll
the
hear some
perspective.
interesting stuff on the Young Turks.
Oh yeah,
side.
they're pretty far gone.
They're wild.
They're wild. So
this is like a conservative Oreo.
Kinda low key. So my question to you is,
get Ruslan in the middle.
My question to you is, how would you define conservatism? What would give me like the basic 30-second elevator pitch of conservatism?
It's conserving America's values.
Okay.
So we're talking about the Bill of Rights that kids just don't know in school right now. We're talking about the Declaration of Independence. We're talking about the rights that you have as an American citizen. It's all about conserving those. And then along with those inalienable rights and the founding fathers, they weren't, probably people that should be emulated as Christians. And maybe some of them weren't even strong Christians themselves, but they understood the importance of having small government, making sure the family was the most important place you had. There was a role of men and conserving some of those morals that we get from God, and we're not getting that from man or government at all.
Okay. So that's conservatism in a nutshell. Okay. Now my next question is, I reacted to I used one of your slides and I referenced your Disney thing, right? And so the point you had, and I've had this point for a while, is like there are certain things that are like bona fide, whoa, this is crazy. Culture's gone off the rails.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's other things where I think me and you share the sentiment of like, all right, guys, slow your roll. Let's not overreact.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
And so why do you think sometimes conservatives overreact on stuff like the Disney joke of I love Satan? You know what I mean? You like went down and got the original reference. And more or less your take was like, it's not that big of a deal. Relax.
It's like a comedy callback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might get pissed off for me saying this, but conservatives can be just as bad as liberals when it comes to like there's the liberal side is about canceling people.
Yeah.
And then I think the conservative side which is constantly on defense. I never understand that, how we just have no sense of urgency. And then we're constantly just like, oh, I can't believe Disney needs to be called out on a lot of evil nonsense. And the agenda that they're pushing, like reimagine tomorrow and everything. But with this situation, it's like conservatives, take a step back and don't just judge a book by its cover. Maybe understand who Tim Allen is. Understand what was being said by the star of the show before this was even launched, because you see this and it's just like, oh, evil in plain sight. We got to overreact. We got to continue to cancel Disney. If you haven't canceled Disney Plus yet, like, dude, Tim Allen wasn't able to be the voice of Lightyear because they didn't like his politics. And then you think they're going to allow this kind of stuff? Yeah, so they had Chris, what's his name?
Some other guy that can do a Tim Allen impression.
Captain America.
Wow.
I can't remember his name. Chris something. And it's just like, take a step. I had to research for 15 minutes and actually
to discover that Tim Allen is a Christian.
To realize his Christian foundation. And then also, it doesn't take that long to watch these short episodes and get a context behind everything. And then Tim Allen's just like, Christmas is about Christ, and then there's going to be elements of faith in the show at some point. There's new episodes coming out, I think, every Wednesday. But conservatives, like, take a step back. You make yourself look silly when I come out with a carousel post like this telling you you're overreacting and making yourself look silly.
You may not know I make music, but I got a new song coming out. And there's something I need you to do, but first, I want you to hear a snippet of the song.
I went from being a porn addict to sharing the gospel with a porn actress who was criticized for being low status by the same OnlyFans who treat us so lavish. I'm confused.
I swear y'all thought he did doing podcasts, hot takes. He still can rap.
Now, in order to get this song to the top of Spotify, I need your help. I need you to click the link below or go to RuslanToTheMoon.com and pre-save this song. What is a pre-save? It means that this song will be added to your library to remind you to listen to it the day it comes out. And it also tells Spotify's algorithm that millions of people need to hear this song. So help me promote Christian music that contextualizes the gospel and will help change lives by going to RuslanToTheMoon.com or clicking the link below.
Oh, they got me with the dramatics. You knew that a moment cannot be static too soon.
Ruslan.
I've looked silly before too.
Yeah.
I get riled up about stuff, no doubt. So I'm not just some high and mighty guy over here like, I'm always doing my research. I never overreact.
Yeah.
But I mean, with a situation like this, I think Disney is realizing go woke, go broke. It's not working. But with a situation like this, I did think of Church Lady. I thought of that. That's one of the best bits of all time,
funny.
Especially in Christmas. Satan, Santa, same letters.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I think you're totally right in terms of sometimes there's an overreaction of sorts, and I think generally it's just a lot of reaction, right? It's a lot of reaction, but I think if what we're saying in regards to Tim Allen is true, do you think it'll get to a place where Disney will just be like, look, if there's an audience for it, to be faithful to our stockholders, we're gonna have to put better stuff out, right? Because clearly as far as it seems like it's not working. It seems like all the we're gonna create as many LGBTQIA
moments.
Hold on, what does Young Don call it? LGTV. He said that we're gonna create as many LGTV
LGTV, yo.
We're gonna create as many
Oh my
LGTV
gosh.
audiences characters as we can, right? And them saying this stuff openly in leaked Zoom videos. Do you think that like it seems like there's some backlash, not just from conservatives, like from centrists, from folks that aren't conservatives? It's just like, yeah, really, like I was talking to Adam 22, and he was just like, yeah, like I just don't want my kids being taught that America is a racist country. And I'm like, Adam 22 is like anti-woke? Like, this is nuts. Like
Yeah, that
Adam
is
the
crazy.
star who's like down for anything is like anti-woke, you know? It's nuts. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that there's going to come down to a place where the market is going to correct itself? If there's a demand for it, it's either Disney's going to have to get in. Again, this is just me being optimistic capitalist over here.
Yep.
Either Disney's going to have to get in line and be like, we got to stop pissing off our constituents because there's a huge percentage of people of faith that do watch our stuff, or Daily Wire is about to be the biggest thing in the world.
Dude, well, Daily Wire is already working on a bunch of stuff right now.
They're doing cartoon stuff, but they got a million. Can you look up how much does it cost to have a Daily Wire membership? Which, by the way, this isn't an endorsement of everything Daily Wire's done or miss me with the binary thinking, okay? This isn't an endorsement of everything Ben Shapiro's ever said or blah, 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 right? They catch some L's over there. Matt Walsh has definitely caught an L over there, not knowing how many kids are trans, right? Remember that moment on Rogan? That was pretty embarrassing. But it is to say that they are making good content, and they are...
PragerU's doing a good job with kids specifically, too.
PragerU is, too? Yeah. But, I mean, they seem like they're a complete behemoth. So what's the cheapest plan?
Cheapest plan is $8.50 a month, billed annually, or $12 a month, it seems.
Okay.
They have $14 a month. Yeah.
And what's the difference between the most popular versus the Insider?
So the most popular
versus best value?
Watch feature films, shows, everything on Insider plus hang out with your favorite hosts on live streams. Okay, cool. That's cool. Join live chat discussions with our writers, and then you get 20% off some of their stuff.
Okay, so a basic membership is $12 a month. Fair? Is that can we?
Yeah.
So they have almost 1 million active users.
Yep.
I like it.
They almost have 1 million active users, and they're dropping documentaries. Now they're doing full-on film. So all I'm saying is, like, do you think the market's going to correct itself? Do you think Disney's going to wake up and be like, yeah, we got to chill? Like, it's not
already
in the
kind of has.
You think
though.
they have? Okay.
Well, they got rid of the president that was overseeing all of Disney during the pandemic, and I think Bob Iger is now the president again. So I think it was like almost a 4-year stint that this guy had. Like Strange World flopped, Lightyear flopped, Turning Red flopped. And what's the basis of all these things?
If you get handed a Toy Story franchise and that flops, you get handed a Lightyear, they're like, produce this, and it flops.
You know who gets the most?
It says something about your ability.
You know who gets the most angry? Mothers. I don't want to get in the way of a mother and their cub. But when we're talking about, like, these kids are going to watch these cartoon or animated movies, and these mama bears are like, I don't want my kid being exposed to this. And it really doesn't matter if you're right, left. Like, there's plenty of crazy people we see that
like, I just
on
want
TikTok.
my kids to believe their toys are alive for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
To infinity and beyond.
Yes.
All right. That's all I want. I don't
all I
want
want.
to see I don't want to see like an over sexualization really on either way. But when you're seeing this, it's correcting itself, and I think it goes to show that when there is good outrage online, and not just, I'm looking at this screen grab from the new Santa Claus's show, and I can't believe that they're promoting Satan. It's like, no, these movies, I've watched it, spent money at the theater, regret it, and I don't like these new, like, She-Hulk kind of stuff too. Like, you're ruining. It's like the She-See-You. That's what people have called it now, and it's all just like this diversity, equity, and inclusion stuff. And it's like, we're America. We celebrate our diversity. We celebrate the aspect of inclusion. We are going to talk about the atrocities of the past, but when we're talking about programming for kids, people don't want it. Parents aren't tuning in.
Yeah, and the inverse. I don't think the inverse is let's make conservative movies. I think we're just
movies.
like, let's just make good movies.
Yeah. Amen.
And like I remember a long time ago, I had a buddy that was like, man, why can't Christians make good movies? And he was like, like Napoleon Dynamite was made all by Mormons. I was like, yeah, because it wasn't a Mormon movie. They just made a good movie. And so I think it's the same with the hyper left, like themes in movies. It's like we just want a good movie. We don't care that we don't want these people in the back like doing all these suggestive themes.
Yes, but to push back,
I like it.
But to push back, and I think me and you disagreed on this.
Go hit me. I'll agree with you. I'm a yes man.
Stop. You're not. Just kidding.
Yes, boss.
I do think that conservatives took a L on the Ariel thing. Like Matt Walsh, like technically, if a mermaid existed, she would be translucent and not black. Like what the heck are you talking? He wasn't trying to be funny. Like
he was definitely trying to be funny.
He's got this dry humor.
He's got a dry
humor.
Like because here's the thing: as someone who has kids that are black or half black, you know what I mean? I think representation is important. Like I think if you grew up 20 years ago, just think about someone my age grew up 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and all the characters are white. All of them.
First of all, Ariel was a minority. She was ginger. They're so woke, dude.
No, but just think about it. Like really play the like sit in someone else's shoes and think about that. Like, yo, if you were my wife, and you were 30 years ago, or 30 years ago, every cartoon you saw, for the most part, none of them looked like you. None of them came from your background.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that like we need a perfect harmony. I'm just saying that does do something to someone's psyche.
Oh no, I totally agree. I think the pushback to that pushback would be if now they are creating more new characters that are becoming hits, right? And they are of different ethnicities. Like, do we need to go back and change ethnicities of previously established characters?
That's exactly what I think too, because this comes to a place of you're Disney. You're supposed to be able to create some amazing new franchises.
And to be fair,
why
they
do you need to take?
They did. All I'm saying is, like, when I saw Black Ariel, Puerto Rico, I don't know what she was. I didn't. I literally didn't think twice about it.
Yeah.
Like, why? Who sees that? And goes,
I only saw it in the context of a Matt Walsh video.
Like the state of mind that one has to be in.
Yeah.
Is just goofy to me. Like, I'm it's like
John's raising his head.
No, and this is why I'm pushing back.
Please pick on me, teacher.
Like to open the internet and be like, they have a Black Ariel.
Yeah.
I'm angry.
I don't think it's I'm
like,
angry.
What, bro?
Okay, so
like I literally saw that.
Yeah. No, you go ahead.
I literally saw that and just kept it scrolling. Like I was just like, oh, okay,
respect,
cool.
John.
What I see so much in culture right now is even like the NHL is coming out and saying, we did a full investigation into every single front office in the widest sport in the history of the world, and we noticed that there's a good amount of white people working in the front office, and that's a problem. So the way I see the Ariel thing, and this this is just my opinion. So the way I see it is, again, similar to what Zach said, is why are we seeing almost, I don't know if they see whiteness as a problem, but why do we need to take an old white character and then turn it black, and then that's going to be some sort of way to show the representation that you're desperately looking for? Like, there's things like the Black Panther. It was great, and it's been a successful comic before it even came out.
But Disney can't make anything new.
So that's the
they
problem.
had to take their old hits.
So I'll say this, John, I totally agree. The NHL thing, bro, that's
That's goofy.
Totally goofy, right? Like, if that's the approach, like, yo, we're gonna find
problems.
We're gonna find problems, right? Versus just saying, hey, yeah, like we casted the best character for this thing, and Haley, I think she's black, and there it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying is, like, I think conservatives just need to pick their fights wisely.
I
or
agree.
at least
Some
have
of
a
it
good
just
discussion about it, instead of just being like, "Oh, this is ridiculous," and I can't believe they're trying to erase the white people and white characters. Everything's just gonna get blackified. Like, people say that stuff, and you make yourself look silly. Like, it's actually have a conversation like we are now. You're like, why was this decision like really made? No one's saying that this chick can't sing or that the movie can be put together well and things like that, but there needs to be a discussion behind this. Why do you take an existing character the way we've known it and then you're really good at change it based on all this diversity stuff we've been hearing about.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, what was working for conservatives? Trans athlete sports. Bro, that was a no-brainer. Everyone was like, bad. Bad.
Male to female MMA fighter.
Bad.
Do you know
Let's
I
cover
was
that
there for
topic.
the Leah Thomas national championship?
You were there in person?
I was there in person.
That's amazing. so
It was wild,
So
bro.
all I'm saying is, like, that's like a easy, like, you know, bad. And then when you start getting into some of this other stuff, you know what it seems like?
Yeah.
It seems like Zach Sparazzo coming in the studio and going, "We need a good megachurch pastor video."
Yeah. Yeah. No, it totally is.
That's what it seems like. Like, I need something to be outraged about.
Yeah.
Black Ariel.
But
Go.
in a way, it's
Like,
exactly
what?
that, right? Like, you know, Matt Walsh, they pull up.
Yes.
What's the big thing?
Yes.
You know, as a entertainment company and a media company.
But then we're not persuading anyone. You're not winning anything. You're not winning.
No one's watching Matt Walsh.
And maybe that's the L. Because I'll tell you honest, Ben Shapiro persuades me on certain things.
But I think it's a funnel.
Maybe.
I think Ben Shapiro is where you get the logical argument, and then you go to Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles for like some fun.
Yeah, and I'm like,
goofy
bro,
times.
I'm in an
But
echo
also,
chamber.
too, there's times with Ben Shapiro, I can really disagree with him on stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, there's certain things, and then I'm going to go to Matt Walsh. That's why they have, you talk about like a diversity in their talent. There's
Yeah.
certain people you're going to go to, like Michael Knowles. He's going to be a little bit more like your fun uncle kind of person that can still break down what's going on in culture. Matt Walsh is going to be the guy that's just like very dry humor.
Yeah.
What is a woman situation? Done a
Yeah.
great job with that. He's the perfect kind of personality for that. And then Ben Shapiro, you're going to talk like really fast here, and then I'm going to tell you what's going on. And
Yeah.
I can't believe the midterms. It totally wasn't a red wave. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is,
That's
if
anti-Jew.
is the objective to like dunk on the libs and
Yeah.
dunk on like libs of TikTok, or is like the objective to persuade people to something better? And all I'm saying is, dunking on Black Ariel just got you looking like a goober out
Yes.
here, Matt Walsh. Like,
Yeah.
you look stupid. Like,
Yeah.
you're not persuading. My family's Black. You're not persuading anyone to vote different by dunking on Black Ariel.
Well, and a lot of, I know, like, it seems like a lot of Black people also appreciated that they had that Black Ariel, or it gave
Sure.
them a moment. Like, they didn't
Yeah.
care as much as a lot of like white conservatives.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like when they don't care as much and they appreciate it,
Yeah.
and then you care and don't appreciate, you know what I'm saying? There's like this weird,
weird.
like, I'm upset about it.
What are you upset about, bro?
Yeah.
I'll play devil's
Told you I'm
advocate.
a
I'll
yes
play
man.
devil's
Keep going.
advocate here.
Keep
I'd
going.
be interested to hear what some of the Black community would say about not having an original character. You're taking an existing character and you're changing it into Black, and it's almost not.
That's my
Please-
That's my
please-
biggest point.
Black folks in the chat, talk to us. Let
Yeah.
us
Well,
know.
I would love to
that's
hear
my biggest
that.
point is that it's not an original character, and so it's like
But let's stop acting like these are like sacred characters.
I know, but
Like,
no,
it's
no,
Ariel, bro.
No, I know, I
Now,
know.
if ginger people are upset, respect. If ginger people
Yeah.
are legitimately
Do they actually
upset,
get a voice?
We did
Yeah.
not. We had the one. We had the one
Do they have a soul?
character, and they took it. They took it from us.
Yeah.
Respect.
Well,
I
they
can get
also
it.
have the chunky one from Jimmy Neutron,
Who's that?
Carl.
Oh goodness, bro! I haven't heard someone bring that up in a long time, dude. That's a throwback.
That was
and
a
a half.
deep cut.
Who are you talking about? Isn't Tiana Black from Princess and the Frog? Is that a new Black character?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
it's a brand
that's a
new
black
original
princess
character.
Cool.
and she's
That was
she's
fun.
booming.
I like that.
Okay.
Booming. So that's my point.
So
is that like,
so if Matt Walsh made a video about that and just like why are all the new characters overrepresented of minorities?
but you
Wait, can we
can't-
agree
you
that that's
can't-
an
you
L
can't-
take?
you
Can we
can't-
agree
yes,
that's an
but
L
you
take?
can't bring up a hypothetical that didn't happen.
But it was still, I'm
You
just
know what I'm saying?
hypothetically asking.
Like that's unfair to be like being mad at Matt. It's like having a dream about a fight with your wife, and then in the morning you're all like mad at having a fight with your wife.
I guess
You're like,
I guess
"Oh,
I guess this is my that's funny. That's I guess the macro idea is this. There's important work that Matt Walsh has done that I think is super necessary. And then I feel like he loses some of that credibility when he's like arguing over stupid stuff. It had nothing to do with her skin color, but Haley sounds like Ariel and her facial features look like Ariel. I don't know that much
I'll
about
tell you
Ariel.
what though, when I just listened to her sing in that trailer, it's pretty fire.
Pretty fire. There we go.
who is this?
Yeah, I will give her that.
I'm with Mark here. Fam, it's a mermaid. Mermaids don't
Spaghetti
exist.
in one hand, a stein in the other.
yes.
She's a fish, fam. That's it, Elijah. I'm with Elijah. Like, why does this stuff matter?
That's true. That's true. But it's like you could have the argument for everything. You can be like, sure, just let people be transgender. Why does it matter?
Whoa. You just connected.
I did. That was a big jump. No. But what I'm saying is,
bro.
I wasn't prepared for that.
We're not gonna do that. That's a big jump.
That was a big
bro.
jump. But in the same way, it's like some people care about things, some people don't care about things. You can't be one person that doesn't care about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't take this seriously. Like, I don't care about the NFL, so I don't care if someone is disagreeing with my political view. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like,
No.
why don't they just change the whole NFL? Why don't they just fire all the
So you're talking
owners
about
of
the
the
black coaches situation in the NFL?
I don't even know. But look at, there's something happening, and I don't even know about it. But I
The
didn't,
black coaches situation. I don't know.
But so what I'm saying is just like you can be like, why does it matter? They're just cartoon characters.
I guess what I'm saying is like
And I was like, let's meet somewhere in the middle. I don't really care, but at the same time, like, I'm sure there's people that do care.
I guess what I'm saying is I don't. If we're gonna talk ideas and policy, I think conservatives have the better ideas and policy.
There it is.
I've been saying this for a long time.
End this stream.
However,
Clip that.
However, I think
We're no longer a conservative Ariel.
When the approach becomes outrage, I don't think outrage persuades anyone.
I agree.
Well, and that goes back to the Santa Clauses. That's
Okay.
a perfect callback there.
Yes.
Where it's just like we
a
are
good callback.
getting upset about, I feel like worth a little bit of a discussion. And I think from my standpoint, it's why are you taking an original character and then now turning it black? I think that is the only thing Disney should answer for that. No one is saying that she can't sing. No one's saying that she's a bad actress. It's just coming down to why can't you create a new character just like you've done with The Princess and the Frog, Black Panther's done well, all these things.
Yeah.
So we'll have that discussion, move on. But conservatives,
They mull.
I'll just say There's times where we like to get outraged about stuff because we just feel like, everything's against us.
Yeah.
But that's when I think people start just getting into this tribalism, and it's like, I am going to staunchly defend conservatism and fully dive in to the Ariel thing. You like the way I said that?
Yeah, I like that.
But it's just like you're losing this aspect. If you're a Christian and you're also a conservative, if you're more riled up about the Ariel situation than what's going on with kids and taking God out of school and stuff, you probably should check yourself.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good. That's
great.
Say.
Hey, this clip is from our daily after party stream. If you enjoyed it, consider signing up for our Patreon community for only $5 a month, where you get access to the replays of our daily after party streams, as well as the uncut extended versions of our podcast, Discord access that's private, and a discount code for our merch store, only $5 a month. And ultimately, it's the best way to help us contextualize the gospel of Jesus using media, podcasting, and of course, YouTube. The link for that is in the description or in the pinned comment. I promise you, the perks are amazing. You should get on there. It's only $5 a month. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.
And it said that Simeon blessed God.